Okay, Jai Hind to all. This is Santosh Mishra from Ajay Kumar Garg Engineering College. I am in IT department here, and in today's lecture we will understand the very important concept of Java programming, that Java programming is the part of a subject web technology taught in information technology department for the third year students. It is in 5th semester, and here in this uh, lecture we will understand what the abstract class is, how inheritance are performed, what is the inheritance, how we can achieve inheritance in Java, and what are the exception, how exceptions are handled in Java. It is very much very these concepts are very important concept. That exception handling is in fullest way provided by Java itself, and once we handle the exception our code becomes robust. Robustness is achieved in Java by the mean of this exception handling. Even if there are some abnormal situation in your piece of code, then also your code may execute. It is if it has been handled, if its abnormal situation have been handled in some rational manner, in that situation your rest piece of code that has no exceptional situation may execute in very proper manner. So let's start what and also in today class we will have some hands on experience how we can execute, how can we, and firstly we will understand the concept and then we will implement it in Java and see what will be the output, how the code is running. All things will be covered in today's lecture. So let's start what the abstract class is. The first concept that I am going to teach you, the abstract class. Abstract class, I am enhancing the font size so that you can see in proper manner. So this is the topic that we will understand. And firstly, to understand what the abstract class is, we have to first understand what the abstract method is. There are two types of method for here. First, abstract method, and another one is abstract method, then abstract class, and the another method is concrete method. So first firstly we have to understand what is a abstract method. Abstract method, there are two types of method. Here I am going to explain. First method is abstract method. As we all know that in a function definition, there contains four parts: function's return type, its name, its parameter list, and in its body, that is also called its implementation. Means if there is show function, then it has some return type, it should have some name, it may have some parameter list, and it have some body like this that contains the implementation part. But if the function is of abstract function, if a function is abstract function like this, in that situation this body part will be missing. If a function have no implementation, then that type of function is called abstract function. Here show function, here we have written only the return types of show function, its name, that is show, and parameter list. Its implementation part has not been given over here. This type of function whose implementation is missing, that type of function is called abstract function or abstract method. And this abstract method, this abstract method is what it is showing. It is just showing what the function will do, but how that things will be implemented have not been shown over here. So abstract method just show the abstract information of the method, means what will be answered by the function, but how will not be answered here. So, if now you understand what the abstract method is. Another type of method is concrete method. Concrete method, and concrete method are those method that have its implementation also, that have its implementation also. That type of method is called concrete method. Means here if I write word show function and also I have given its implementation, then this type of function is called concrete function. And if the it has only the return type, its name, and no implementation, then that type of function is called abstract function or abstract method. Means if body has been given with along with the function, then that type of function is concrete function or concrete method, and if the body is missing, then that type of function is called abstract method. I hope you all understand what the abstract method is. Now what the abstract method is has been explained, and I hope you all understand what the abstract method is. Now what the abstract class is. If any of the class, as you all know that we create the class, like we will write the class keyword, then give the name, whatever you name wants, give the name to that class. And if any class contains at least one abstract method, if a class contains at least one abstract method, then that type of class is called abstract class. Means this class hello, if this hello class contain any of the abstract method, means it may have some of abstract method and some of concrete method, or it may have all the method, it may be the mix up of abstract and concrete class, concrete method. So if this function have, let's say, a show, if this class have a abstract method like show method, and it has a concrete method like display method, and display method have, since it's a concrete method, means it should have body also. So I have given the body, and in its body I have written a message system.out.println, and hello has been printed over here, hello. So this display is which type of function? This display is a concrete type of method, and word show is a abstract type method. So this class hello have a abstract type method, and I have already told you, if a class have at least one abstract method, then that type of class is called a abstract class. And to mention it, we have to write a abstract keyword before the class keyword, where I have created this class hello, and before this we have to write a keyword abstract to tell the compiler that this class hello is of abstract type class, means this class contain abstract method. Then what is the use of this abstract method? To achieve some percentage of abstraction in your programming, we use it. Since at the beginning of the project, we the developer do not understand all the implementation part. We just understand the requirement of the user, means what we have to do is told by the customer itself, but at the very beginning we don't know for each and every requirement of the customer how to implement that. In the beginning we don't understand the logic to implement each and every requirement of the customer. So if we don't understand, we at the beginning what logic will be implemented, in that situation we may write the function name as a abstract type, we can create abstract type method. So, and if we know its logic, then we may write some concrete method. So, there may be a mix up of some abstract and concrete method, and that type of class that contains at least one abstract method, that type of class is called abstract class. And one limitation is that if a class is abstract type class, then we cannot create the object of that class, because since it have abstract method, means we cannot use that class because it has not been implemented well. So, one thing is important, we have also to write a abstract keyword to before the function also. So, to tell that this show function is of abstract type. So, if this class have any of the abstract method, then this class will be of abstract type. So, we cannot create the object of this class because this class contain a method that have not been given any implementation, means this class have a abstract type of method. So, this way if we want to implement, we use, let us see, I am trying to check whether we are able to create the object of this class or not. Let I am creating a class apply, and this class apply have public static void main function, and this main function have string type array, string args, and here I am in this main function, I am trying to create, if I want to use these function, then we have to create the object of this class, and here I am creating the object of hello class. I am writing hello, let us say object name is h equals to new hello, and object I am creating, and then I am calling h dot hello, h dot display. Since display function has been properly defined, so I am calling hello h dot display. But what the problem will be here, that this hello class is abstract type class, and abstract type class cannot be instantiated, means abstract type class may not be created, object of that class may not be created. So, we cannot create the instance of this class. So, if the instance may not be created, so we cannot call this display function also. So, let us check, I am saving this in a, let us say I am saving it in D drive Java program, and here I am saving it with the name of the class that contains apply.java, that main class. I am saving it with apply.java, and I am saving in D drive Java program folder. Save it, it already contains, I am replacing it. So, let us compile it. I am moving to the command prompt, and here I am moving to the D drive, there I am moving to the Java program folder, because I have saved my file here. So, I moved here. So, let us compile it by javac space apply dot java, and you may see that the error is hello is abstract, means this hello class is abstract. Why? Because it has abstract function. So, it cannot be instantiated, means we cannot create the instance of this class. So, if we want to use this class, we have to apply the concept of inheritance, we have to use it, we have to acquire it, and try to override this function and try to write its implementation, and after that we may create the object of this class. I hope you all understand what is the abstract class and it cannot be instantiated. What is the use of this class? To achieve some sort of abstraction, because at the beginning we don't understand how all the logic will be implemented. So, and once we understand the logic, we just inherit this class, we may just inherit this class and then override the function, this function, and then we use that. So, firstly we have to understand what the inheritance is. So, let us understand what the inheritance in Java. Our second concept is inheritance. So, inheritance means acquiring the attributes and behavior of one class by another class is called inheritance. If we want to enhance, if we want to modify behavior of, if we want to modify the task of a class, then we may acquire that and add some features and modify that. So, if we want to acquire the attributes of one class by another class, then this concept is called inheritance. Acquiring the attributes and behavior of one class by another class is called inheritance. So, how the inheritance may be achieved? To achieve the inheritance, we use a keyword called extends. Extends keyword is used in Java to implement inheritance. So, let us understand what the inheritance is. There is a class A, and this class A having a function word so, and this function is concrete type, and concrete type here I am mentioning system dot out dot println hello, yeah, or I am writing hello A. So, this is so function, means this class A have so function. Let I am creating another class B, and this class B wants to have this so function. So, it may acquire all the attributes and behavior of A by inheriting it, and to inherit that we have to write class B extends A. So, means this class B is extending A, means it is acquiring the attributes and behavior of A. Means if this class B have another function, let us say display, and display having concrete, its have body, and I am copying it, and its body is having, it has been written hello B. So, this class B having a display function, but since it have acquired A also by inheriting it, so this B now have two function, one is display, another has been acquired that is of B A class, means so will also be with this B class. So, we can check it by creating apply class. I am creating a apply class, and this class having public static void main function, and in this main function there is a string args, and here in this main function if I am creating the object of B class, let us say I am writing B equals to new B, means I am creating the object of B class. This B class have only display function, so display may be called easily by this B dot display may be called, no problem at all. But since B is class B is acquiring A also, means it have display as well as show function also. So, by this B object we can call the show function also. If it has been acquired, then it will work, otherwise not. Means now this apply class have object of B, and by the object of B we have called both the function, because B have acquired A also. So, it has its own display function as well as the function of A, that is show also. Means B के क्लास के अंदर अपने फंक्शन तो हो गई, साथ ही साथ A क्लास का फंक्शन भी इसने एक्वायर कर रखा है, तो B के ऑब्जेक्ट के थ्रू हम दोनों क्लास के फंक्शन को कॉल करके देख सकते हैं. इफ इट इज रनिंग then the concept of inheritance is achieving, otherwise not. So let's save it by the same name and let's compile. I am clearing the screen. I am compiling it by java c space apply dot java. So inheritance, I have written this, so I have to delete this. This is not part of the program. Let's save it, recompile it, and you can see that it has compiled. So java space apply, and we can see that both the function is being called easily, no problem. Means this apply, this B class have acquired the attributes and behavior of A class also, no problem. Means now the inheritance has been implemented. Now there are different types of inheritance. First one is single inheritance, means one class is acquiring the attributes and behavior of another class, like here. Another inheritance is multi-level inheritance. There one class is acquiring the attributes and behavior of another class. Let's say there is another class, class C, and this class C has extends B. Means now this C class is extending B, and we had already extended A. Means now this C class have all the attributes and behavior of B class as well as A class, because B has acquired already A and C is acquiring B. Means indirectly C has its on attributes and behavior along with the A and B attributes and behavior. This type of inheritance is called multi-level inheritance. Java does not provide directly multiple inheritance when more than two classes. If one class wants to acquire the attributes and behavior of more than one class, then that type of inheritance is called multiple inheritance, and Java does not provide multiple inheritance, but by the use of interface, by using the concept of interface, we can achieve the multiple inheritance in Java also. So this way inheritance may be done. Another concept I should tell here also, that if this A class has, now we have two classes A and B is acquiring A, and let's say B have a function that has same name as the A class function. Means this B class having show function and A class also having show function. Same signature functions are present in both the classes, and one class is acquiring the attributes and behavior of another class. Means if there are function with same signature present in two classes and one class inherit the attributes and behavior of another class, then the function, the method of subclass is the method of subclass override the method of superclass. So this superclass function is called overridden function or overridden method, and this concept is called method overriding. Let's understand it again. If there are two functions with the same name in two different classes and one class is acquiring another class, then the function of subclass overrides the function of superclass. So this superclass function is called overridden function, and this concept is called method overriding or function overriding. It means since A have so, B have also have so. So if we create the object of B and wants to call so function, then the so of B will be called, because since B have acquired, it has so of A also and so of its own also, but since it this so of B will override the so of A. So if we call the so function by the object of B, then only the so function of B will be called, because so of A will be overridden. This concept is called method overriding. Means here the output will be the so of B only, means hello B will be the result only. Let's save it and recompile and re-execute it, and we can see that the so of B will be called only. So let's save it. We are calling Control Z. I am writing so of A. Let's say B. So of B. I am saving it and then recompile it. Let's clear the screen. Recompile the program and then call it, and you can see that only the so of B is being called. And if we want to resolve the method of so, if we want to resolve this so of A class, then this can be resolved by a concept that is called dynamic method dispatch. And dynamic method dispatch say that a superclass reference variable may references the subclass object also. Means if we create a variable of superclass type, then we can assign it the object of any class. Means it can refer the subclass object also, and by referring the current subclass object we can resolve the overridden method also, like here I am trying to explain. Let's I have created a reference variable of superclass type. I am created a object of A type object. I have created a variable, reference variable of A type, and its name is obj, and I am creating object of A equals to new A, B equals to new B, and since this A class reference variable obj may refer the subclass object also, means if we assign, if obj has assigned this reference variable B, and if we call obj dot so, then the so of B will be called. Okay, we can see that I have assigned B, and this B object is of B class type. So B class so will be called. We can see that. We can we should save this program. I am saving it, recompiling by writing java c supply.java and re-executing it. We can see that so of B is being called. But if we pass here, if obj is referencing A, in that situation, and if I called obj dot so, if again I call obj dot so, then the so function of A class will be called. We can see that I am making it as comment. This both are being made as comment. So I am saving it, and since now this obj is referring A class object, so if obj dot so will be called, the so of A will be called. You can see here. We can recompile it and re-execute it. You can see that the so of A class is being called over here, because A class so is printing hello A. Okay, so dynamically whatever object we will assign this superclass reference variable, the function of that reference variable may be called. This way you can resolve any overridden method in Java. So our next concept, so you understand what the abstract class is, what is the inheritance. So firstly one more things has to be understand, that if a class is having abstract class type function, I have already told you, if a class having abstract type method, then we have to write abstract keyword over here, and before that class also we have to write abstract keyword. So now this A is show function, and that is a abstract type, and this B, so this A class may not be instantiated, as I have already told you, if a class having any of the abstract function, then that class may not be instantiated. Let this class having another function, display function, let there is this class A having display function also. So this class is having a show function and a display function. Both two functions are there in class A. Show is abstract and display is of concrete type. But since this class A having abstract function, so we cannot create the object of this A class. So what should we do? We may create another class B and then inherit this class. Now once you inherit this class, this both will be available with this B class. So we can override, we can write the function show and write its implementation. So this show, since we have extended A class in B, so B having its over this concrete show function and previous abstract function, but since abstract function has been overridden over here, so previous will be gone out. So this class B having this show function, that is concrete now, and it since it has extended A also, means display will be also available over here. This B class having, so once the abstract class is there in a class, you have to inherit that class, override this abstract method, means we will write the body of that method in that class, and then we can create the object of that class and call those functions. We can create the object of this class and call both of those functions. So by now this B object may call the show function also, and it may call the display function also, display also. Now this show is printing, this show function is printing, so if I am writing hello show, hello show, this show function is writing hello show, and display function is writing hello display. So you can see that once we inherit the class, if the abstract class is there, that may be overridden, and both function may be called by the object of this overridden class. Okay, so here control, I am saving it, and now calling, firstly compiling it, then re-executing it, and you can see that hello show and hello display both are being called here. So this way you can see that we can implement the concept of abstract class, inheritance, method overriding and dynamic method dispatch concept. I have taught you, I tried to implement it and show you, and in next class we will cover the exception handling, and next class we will see how can we write the code in MyEclipse and how can we create the database connectivity in our code. Okay, let's see in the next class. Thank you, thanks a lot.